step up. Today's date. When you're done, I'll make stuff up.
Baseless group. We have no basis. We have no basis tonight.
That's low.
Like
And it's Camp Shabbat.
you're on bass in 3 minutes.
Me?
Yeah. Can you sing bass?
No.
All the hundreds of kids. Yeah.
It's Camp Shabbat. I was shocked. I left you parts of the parking lot. Good evening. My name is Cheryl Brown, and on behalf of the Board of Trustees of Congregation BethChaim, it is an honor to welcome you here this evening. We want to maintain a warm and welcoming feeling for these services and create a sacred space that will inspire prayer. Please help us by turning off all cell phones. For the benefit of those who cannot be here in the sanctuary, we live stream our services and our photographer posts pictures on social media. Please see an usher or a board member if you do not want your image to appear, and we ask that no one else take pictures during this sacred hour. For those who wear hearing aids with a T-coil setting, you will be able to access our new hearing loop using this setting. Headphones for those who do not have compatible hearing aids and large print prayer books are available near the sanctuary entrances. Shabbat Shalom.
Shalom. The words are really easy. Ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 la.
Shabbat Shalom. It's a very special night. Not only do we have our rock band, not only are we celebrating our friends who are scouts or our parents of scouts or who know a scout, not only are we celebrating all of our congregants who attend or have attended Jewish summer camps, but it's so beautiful that this Shabbat is Shabbat Shirah, Shabbat of the song. How appropriate that we're going to lift our voices in song, and we're going to make ruckus song up here on the bima. It is the Shabbat of the song of our Torah, which we'll talk about in just a little bit. And who gets to chant that song on this bima tomorrow morning when she is called to the Torah? But our bat mitzvah, Claire Fisher. So I invite her now with her family to help us bring in this Shabbat with our candle lighting and kiddush.
As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we, in our own day, be among those who kindle light.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Amen. And we rise as one community for kiddush.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho v'ahava uvratzon hinhilanu zikaron lema'aseh b'reishit Ki hu yom tehillah, lemikrai kodesh, zecher l'tziat Mitzrayim. Ki vanu v'harta, ve'otanu kidashta, mikol ha'amim. Ve'shabbat kodshecha, ve'ahava uvratzon, Kinhatanu, Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat.
We offer thanks, O God, for this Shabbat which unites us in faith and hope, for Shabbat holiness, which inspires sacred living, for Shabbat memories, glowing even in darkness, for Shabbat peace, born of friendship and love. We offer thanks and blessing, O God.
Please be seated. It is now my pleasure to invite to the bima Rabbi Adrian Rubin, one of our communal spiritual leaders, to lead us in a blessing for all of our scouts. And if you are a scout, whether it's the Boy Scouts, the Girl Scouts, the Tzofim, if you are a parent of a scout, if you were a scout once upon a time, please come to the bima. Come on up. Lauren Malter, this is your call. Parents of scouts too, come on down. Come on down.
You're parents of an Eagle Scout.
So this week's Parsha is one of my very, very favorites. So B'Shalach, it is when we have the Song of the Sea. So the Israelites have been rushing out of Egypt, and all of a sudden they get to the shores of the Red Sea. They take a little circuitous route instead of going directly to the Promised Land, and they get trapped. And then all of a sudden, God opens the waters, they cross through, and the Egyptians don't, and they're saved for the first time of many, many, many times in that traveling through the desert. And they sing this beautiful song. It's actually interesting because the trope changes during that song. It's not the regular trope that we use for Shabbat in the Torah. And we always call it Miriam's song. So one little fun fact is that it actually isn't Miriam's song. Miriam and the women dance after this song. This is the song for the entire community of Israel. So I actually have a Facebook page where I ask questions. And I don't have a question this week about the Song of the Sea, but I would encourage all of you to think about a time when you were overwhelmed with gratitude for something that was done for you. And what was that time? And how can you bring that feeling you had, that feeling of gratitude, into the rest of your life? So we're talking about scouts, and I am very grateful to have scouts in my life, to have been a scout leader for 13 years, and to be a mom of an Eagle Scout. And the Elans just became parents of an Eagle Scout a little while ago. And so we're going to, do you want me to do this one? Sure. Okay. So we're going to do the 12 points of the Scout Law. And I'm going to read the Scout Law, and then you'll do the parts that are in yellow. A Scout is trustworthy.
The person is dishonest.
A Scout is loyal. A Scout is helpful. A Scout is friendly. A Scout is courteous. A Scout is kind. A Scout is obedient. A Scout is cheerful. A Scout is thrifty. A Scout is brave. A Scout is clean. A Scout is reverent. And we have a special blessing for the Scouts and their families. Yivarech Adonai etchem im harpatkot chadashot uvilti nishkachot. May God bless you with new and memorable adventures. Yivarech Adonai etchem im lamida b'masa shelachem. May God bless you with learning along your journey. Yivarech Adonai etchem im chaverim l'kol hachayim. May God bless you with lifelong friends. Ken Yehi Ratzon, may it be so.
now I feel ready for Shabbat. We turn to our mystical prayer, excited, ready to greet the Sabbath bride. We're running towards her this day of rest.
לך דודי לקראת כלה, הנה שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, הנה שבת נקבלה. שמור וזכור בדיבורך, נשביענו אל המיוחד, אדוני אחד ושמו אחד, שם ותפארת ונתילה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, הנה שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, הנה שבת. לקראת שבת ובנלכה, כי מקור הברכה בראש מקדם בסוף הסוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, הנה שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, הנה שבת נקבלה. התעוררי, התעוררי, עם העורך ומאורי, אורי, אורי, שיר דברי, כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, הנה שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, הנה שבת נקבלה. בואי בשלום עטרת בעלה, גם בשמחה ובצהלה, תוך אמוני עם סגולה. בואי חלה, בואי חלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, הנה שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, הנה שבת נקבלה.
I invite you to turn to your neighbors and greet them Shabbat Shalom. And we stay standing as we continue with our call to worship, which we will use our imaginations to say the words. No? Are we out of order? Oh, we just went out of order. No problem.
La la la, ya la la la, ya la la la. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם שבדברו מעריב ערבים מעריב ערבים. You called the world into being, spread all the stars in the heavens above. You made the morning and evening, surrounding us daily with signs of your love. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, shebidbaro ma'ariv aravim, ma'ariv aravim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidbaro ma'ariv aravim, ma'ariv aravim.
For Creation by Alden Solovey. Author of life, architect of creation, artist of earth, your works declare your holy name. Mighty rivers, turbulent seas, towering mountains, rolling hills, vast spaces of brilliance and grandeur. You created palette and paint, color and hue, shape and form, abundant and beautiful, glorious and majestic, full of mystery and wonder. Blessed are you, with divine love you created a world of splendor.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Ya la la ya la 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 ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבבך. לה 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 ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך la 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 למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
So it is this Shabbat that we read the words we're about to sing in prayer. The rabbis felt that the Song of the Sea was so powerful, we should recite it every single day. And so this Shabbat, when we sing the words of Mi Chamocha, let us remember how the Israelites must have felt at this amazing feat that happened for them, to them, and the joy that they must have carried with them as they sang these same words.
לא ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם.
It's okay. Sometimes Shabbat is hard. Please rise for the Amidah so we can get our zoomies out. And we'll direct our bodies and our hearts towards Jerusalem.
Na 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 Adonai. Na 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 Sfatai tiftach. Na 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 Ufi yagi tehilatecha. Ufi yagi tehilatecha. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei Avoteinu v'Imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel ve'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon Gomel Chasadim Tovim וקונה הכל, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע. משיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומדומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני מחיה הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
Please be seated. And now we take a moment to share out loud the things that we are grateful for. Blessings small and large, frequent and rare. If you'd like to share a blessing with us this Shabbat evening, we'd love to hear it. Chloe. So we are so grateful for your resilience, and we wish for you lots of friendships in the days and months and years to come. Lori, then Sammy. You're grateful for yourself. Well, I'm grateful for you too. And Lori. All right. Brianna's studying abroad in France, and we wish her well as well.
מודים אנחנו לך, מודים אנחנו לך.
Ben, are you raising your hand for a blessing? Okay, go for it. The best day he's ever had in first grade. I hope every day is like that. Oh, amazing. Other blessings. For the gift of music. Amen. Doug. Well, happy birthday to your dad. All right, let's pause to say thank you.
מודים אנחנו לך, מודים אנחנו לך.
Other blessings of gratitude. All right, grateful for family and friends to share their joy and pride in our bat mitzvah Claire. Sammy, you have something else to be thankful for? Go for it. That your aunt and uncle are here, and we cannot wait to hear and see them, all of us, very shortly. Yes. Yay! To have our friends close. The best. Any final blessings? I'm grateful to all of our scouts and campers and their parents who have come out tonight to celebrate Shabbat together.
מודים אנחנו לך, מודים אנחנו לך.
And that blessing that continues to elude us, at least across the globe, Shalom. And so we pray to you, God, may we have great peace. Shalom Rav.
שלום רב על ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. שלום רב על ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. כי אתה הוא מלך אדון לכל השלום. כי אתה הוא מלך אדון לכל השלום. שלום רב על ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. שלום רב על ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. וטוב בעיניך לברך את עמך ישראל בכל עת ובכל שעה לשלומך. שלום רב על ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. שלום רב על ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. ברוך אתה אדוני המברך את עמו ישראל השלום. שלום רב על ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. שלום רב על ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. תשים לעולם. תשים לעולם.
We take a few moments to offer the prayers of our own hearts.
Matzo im Refi Vegion libi lefanecha Adonai tzuri Adonai tzuri Goali Vegoali
At this time in our service, we think of those in our lives who are in need of healing, whether that be healing of the body, healing of the heart, healing of the mind, or healing of the soul. If you are keeping someone in your prayers this Shabbat, I invite you to share those names out loud now.
Karl Marx, and those on the other side of the world affected by the coronavirus.
And to those names we add Rhoda Schwartz, Arlene Grable, Teddy Molaski, Nathan Hecker, Claire Meyer, William Jackie Sola, Steve Bizanoff, Marion Berman, and Mary Jantis. For all those and many more, we invoke the words that Moses prayed on behalf of his sister, Elna Refanallah.
El Narefanala El Narefanala El Narefanala El Narefanala And Moses cried, Heal Miriam, this I pray. And Moses cried, Heal Miriam, this I pray. El Narefanala, El Narefanala, El Narefanala, El Narefanala.
We are incredibly grateful that many of our family members in Beth Chaim attend Jewish summer camp. If you go to any Jewish summer camp, we are thrilled. And Beth Chaim has had a very close relationship throughout its almost 50 years, with our Reform Regional Camp, the URJ Camp Harlem. And so we are so excited to welcome to the Bima tonight Ellie Tepper-Schulman, who is the Assistant Director of URJ Camp Harlem, to hear some words of Torah, story, and definitely camp.
thank you for welcoming me home to Beth Chaim. My name is Ellie Tepper-Schulman. I'm the sister-in-law of your amazing youth group director, Stacy, and Sammy's aunt. And I am one of the assistant directors at Camp Harlem, which is a reform overnight camp that serves New Jersey down to Virginia. It is so great to see some Harlemites here, and I'm so honored to spend this Shabbat with you. As is custom at camp, I'd like to talk to you a little bit about the Torah portion this week and how it relates to Jewish summer camp. As you've heard in this week's Torah portion, Beshalach, Pharaoh has finally, sort of, let the Israelites leave Egypt and cross the Red Sea to the Promised Land. And as much as I loved Cantor Binder and the band's version of Micha Mocha, as we learned from my personal favorite song that's related to this portion, Miriam's song, the women danced with timbrels and everyone celebrated their freedom. But as another woman in history, Eleanor Roosevelt, once said, with freedom comes responsibility. Up until now, God, through Moses, has helped them escape, and as they begin their journey through Sinai, God's help will begin to take a new form as God guides them rather than doing the travel for them. Camp is often a child's first taste of freedom. Freedom from parents, freedom from schoolwork, and even freedom from technology, although they don't always love that, we do. Just as God didn't only part the sea and say, good luck, we at Harlem help our campers to learn that with this new freedom comes new responsibilities. How to make their bed, choose what activity they would like to participate in, and more. We begin to give them the skills to utilize when they are no longer in the camp bubble to be responsible young people. I have been fortunate for the last 13 years to spend my summer at Harlem. Growing up, however, I spent time at a different camp. From an outsider's perspective, each camp had the same things. They both had beautiful buildings and same various activities. They both had wonderful people associated with them. But there was something glaringly different that took me 11 years, a master's degree in Jewish education, and a little soul searching to realize. Nowhere else in the world can you learn the foundations of living a Jewish life like you can at a Jewish camp. My responsibilities went beyond cleaning my cabin to learning that I'm practicing bitachon, independence. From trying a new activity to nitzachon, pushing through a challenge, to name a few of the 7 midot that we teach our campers. The addition of Jewish context to my life allowed me to experience an authentic, joyful Jewish experience. We often hear campers and staff at Harlem tell us that they can be the best versions of themselves at camp, and that was what I was experiencing. I was the best, most authentic version of myself. Camp Harlem is a thriving community that is, Camp Harlem is a thriving community that is currently in an exciting period of growth and renovation. We are overhauling and introducing new programs, rebuilding and enhancing facilities, and striving to improve an already high-quality experience. But while all that is important, when you strip away the bells and whistles, you are left of what the core is of a truly important about what we do. Help Jewish kids be themselves in a Jewish place. We say that Camp Harlem is where friends become family, and that doesn't refer to the fact that I met my husband there or that I'm going to be welcoming my niece for the first time this summer, but it's about staying up late, laughing until your stomach hurts. It's about learning new things. It's about playing a game of basketball and then making a ceramic bowl. It's about visiting the farm and then splashing around in the lake with your friends. And it's about the incredible confidence, independence, and strength of character that our campers walk away with as a result of their experiences. It's crossing the Red Sea into a new land and feeling excited to explore what is on the other side. I hope that more and more families consider Jewish camp for their children this year, whether it's Harlem or elsewhere, because I want to share in the magic of Jewish camp with you. If you are interested in hearing more, I'm always happy to share more, and I will be here for the rest of the evening, and I'm actually happy to hear your stories as well about how summer camp impacted you. I wish you all a Shabbat Shalom, and thank you again for welcoming me home.
And now the moment you've all been waiting for. If you are a current Jewish summer camper, or counselor, or once were a Jewish summer camper, or you are a parent who sends a child to Jewish summer camp, or once sent your children to Jewish summer camp, or if you've been on faculty at Jewish summer camp, please come up to the bima for a special blessing now. This side of the bima. That side. You don't want to come down from the balcony? We'll send you blessing vibes up there. All right, I see we definitely have some JCC Abrams campers here. Can I get? All right, we have some URJ Camp Harlemites, current or soon to be. We have a faculty member from URJ Creative Arts Academy. And your children are alumni of Camp Harlem. Can I hear some other Jewish camps? Eisner! Kutz! All right, YMHA, Pittsburgh, Camp Coleman. Any others? Havaya, very nice. We get to have some shout outs from the audience? All right. Oh, come on up. Come on up, Kutz alum. Come get your blessing? No? And the future camper? Okay. Future Harlemite? Okay. Nope, I guess. All right. Oh, Alana's coming up. What's your camp? Camp Friedman. Wow. Camp for all ages. I love it. All right. We have a blessing for all of you.
Our God and God of our ancestors, in celebration we come together on this Shabbat to offer praise to you, the one who sets the stars in our sky, who creates a world that is summertime forever, who blesses us with friends that become family.
The ripples of Jewish camp have helped shape our communities, giving a space for summertime magic, for congregational retreats, for youth group gatherings, for Jewish and lay professional leaders who have strengthened our community and its sacred work.
Tonight we give thanks for those young people who go to Jewish summer camp, for the amazing friends they have made, for the counselors who have opened their eyes to new possibilities, for the staff who have ensured their safety and well-being,
and for the adults who have made it possible for them to do all of that. May camp continue to be a safe haven for these campers and counselors and parents to discover their unique talents, to realize their strengths and their growing edges, and to see the spark of the divine in everyone they meet.
May camp continue to inspire them to be better students in school, better children at home, and better human beings in the world.
For all these blessings and many more, together we say, Amen. Thank you all.
Friends, we continue with Olenu as we rise together as one.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסד ארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינת עוזו בגבהי מרומים, הוא אלוהינו אין עוד. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים, לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר, והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
Eternal God, we turn our minds and our hearts towards those who are no longer with us here on earth, and yet whose presence and whose memory fills our lives and inspires us each and every day. We think of our loved ones, and we allow that their values and ideals will continue to bring us to a path of righteousness, justice, and peace. Friends, as we say the names of loved ones aloud who are no longer with us, at the mentioning of their name, we invite you to rise in your place, that we may honor those who touched our lives during their lives. On this Shabbat, we acknowledge those who have passed during this week and whose memories and love are with us. As we honor James Brown, the husband of Barbara Brown, members of our congregation, and Leah Summers, the sister of Drew Stauffenberg. We continue in the period of Shloshim, the 30 days since death. As we honor with love Erwin Goldman, the grandfather of Jenny Ackerman, Carolyn Crawford, the sister of Stanley Dorfman, and the aunt of Joseph Dorman, Jeff Stoller, the brother of Dick Stoller, and Cecil Smith, the mother of Ronnie Stauffenberg. On this Shabbat, we honor those whose yahrzeit is remembered and observed on this Shabbat. As we recall with love Aaron Rutman, Elaine Sobel, Claire Bauer, Diane Bloom, Ruth Bloom, Susan Bobick, Abraham London, Phyllis Schloss, Ruth Kaiserman, Rose Tenike, Ellie Ackerman, Louis Feldstein, Edgar L. Leonard, Erwin Hecht, Sol Medoff, Jean Heimowitz, Miriam Marks, Marvin Mandel, Sam Mead, Jules Orenstein, Mildred Kerr, Ray Schechtel, Martin David Schwartz, Audrey Seltzer, Rose Horenstein, Jan Simon, Mary Katz, Hyman Weinberg, Scott Shervin, and Robert Steinberg. If there's anyone else observing Shiva Shloshim or yahrzeit, and the name has not yet been said aloud, we invite you to stand to say the name of your loved one. Loving honor of all whose names have been said aloud, those who remain in our hearts, and all who no longer have anyone to recall their memory, we invite you to please stand at this time alongside our mourners. It's an act of love and support as we share together the words of Kaddish Yatom before us. Yikadol v'yikadash shemei rabah, v'almad yiprach yirutei v'yamlit malchutei, v'chayechon of yomechon, v'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, ba'gala v'zman kariv imru. Yehei shemei rabah mevarach le'olam u'lomei al-mayah, Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yipahar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shemei kedusha v'yichud. Le'ela minko birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechmata, damiran ba'alma v'imru. Yehei shalom rabba min shamaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Oseh shalom b'imrumav, Hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Please be seated. We invite to say a few words. After all, it is election season. So what would a Shabbat service be without talking about elections? Elections of another kind, that is, as we invite Pat Clarefield to share a few words with us about a very important election taking place throughout the world.
Shabbat Shalom. Enjoyed Camp Shabbat. my helper Sammy still here, or is he gone? Sammy left?
Sammy's playing, I think.
I'm on record as I want a s'more, so make sure Sammy gets me a s'more, okay? My name is Pat Clarefield. I'm a Jew by choice. I became Jewish 20 years ago. I was guided on my journey of faith by Reform rabbis in New Jersey, including Rabbi Beal. I studied, I sat for a Beit Din, I went to a mikveh. I and my family know I'm Jewish. I worship with you here, so I feel that my community of Beth Chaim knows I'm Jewish. But I'm not Jewish in Israel because conversions by Reform rabbis in the U.S. aren't recognized there. Does that matter? You might ask me that. It's not likely that I'll make Aliyah. I probably won't move to Israel. But the fact is, I want the culture and society in Israel to reflect more of my values and concerns. If it's important to me, I want it to be important in Israel. There are other areas of life in Israel besides conversions that I would like to see more aligned with my values. Among these are rules on marriage and divorce, issues of gender identity, issues of ethnicity. All of these are determined and administered by the chief rabbinate, who disregards the concerns of progressive and reform Jews in America. The Orthodox also enforce gender segregation in Israel, including at places of worship. So mothers, when you go to Israel and pray at the wall, you cannot hold hands with your son or your husband. Again, I'm uncomfortable with that. I wish that some parts of society in Israel, some of the culture there, more reflected my values. So a way we can move this in that direction is by voting in the World Zionist Organization elections that are continuing now until Purim. This is the only opportunity for Jews of the diaspora to affect change in Israeli society. The greater the number of votes the reform slate gets means the greater number of representatives we place on boards of philanthropic, educational, and cultural institutions like the Jewish Agency for Israel and the Jewish National Fund. Our representatives can then direct policy and money to causes that reflect the ideals of Reform Jews in America. Now, it's not about the money, but if it were about the money, I would remind you that the money being allocated by these institutions comes generally from tzedakah generated by Jews from all over the world, including a large amount from the Reform movement in the United States. And our values should be reflected when those funds are dispersed. So I urge you to vote in the World Zionist Organization elections, vote the Reform slate, which is ballot number 2. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Pat. You can go to arza.org. You can go to the urj.org, unionreformjudaism.org. You can go to our webpage, which will get you there. And if not, please ask Rabbi, Cantor, and myself, any member of the staff, please join us in this important effort. And here's Cheryl.
Shabbat Shalom. Thank you for joining us this evening. I would like to offer our appreciation to the ushers and Oneg hosts and hostesses for their help tonight. We would also like to take a moment to thank the family of Claire Fisher for sponsoring the Oneg in honor of their child becoming one of Beth Chaim's B'nai Mitzvah. Mazel tov. I would like to mention a few fun events coming up. Celebrate Tu B'Shvat by joining the Family Terrarium Project this Sunday morning. Have lunch and learn how to make your own terrarium with succulent plants. You do need to RSVP to school at BethChaim.org by tomorrow to participate. Coming up on Friday, February 21st is a Tot Shabbat service. Start with pizza and end with an interactive Shabbat service filled with music, hand clapping, and feet stomping, all for our smallest people and those who love them. Purim is only a few weeks away. As long as there are singing frogs, joking bears, Swedish chefs, and boomerang fish, the world can't be that bad of a place. So, plan on joining us Monday, March 9th at 7 p.m. for the Muppet Purim Megillah reading and spiel. For more information about upcoming activities, please see the signs on the Oneg tables and the magazine rack outside the main office. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Hey, Cantor, you know, we have this thing called Groundhog's Day that tells us that spring is almost here, even though it doesn't feel like spring is almost here. In Judaism, we have something similar, as you know, because we get to talk about Passover in this week's Torah portion. So it kind of makes us dream about spring, even though Passover probably is a long way away. So maybe through music, we can have a bit of a taste of spring through this week's Torah portion. Can you think of a song that'll help us get there?
I don't know, Rabbi. Mike is looking a little sad. Sorry. Here we go! Pharaoh, Pharaoh. Whoa, baby, let my people go. Yeah, 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 yeah. Pharaoh, Pharaoh. Whoa, baby, let my people go. Yeah, 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 yeah. A burning bush told me just the other day that I should go to Egypt and say it's time to let my people go free. Listen to God if you won't listen to me. Pharaoh, Pharaoh, whoa, baby, let my people go. Yeah, 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 yeah. Pharaoh, Pharaoh, whoa, baby, let my people go. Yeah, 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 yeah. Me and my people going to the Red Sea. Pharaoh's army coming after me. I took my staff, stuck it in the sand. All God's people walked on dry land. Sing it! Pharaoh, Pharaoh, whoa, baby, let my people go. Yeah, 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 yeah. Pharaoh, Pharaoh. Yeah, 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 yeah. Now Pharaoh's army was coming too. So what do you think God did do? Had me take my staff and clear my throat. And all Pharaoh's army did the dead man's float. Pharaoh, Pharaoh, yeah, baby, let my people go. Yeah, 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 yeah. Pharaoh, Pharaoh, whoa, baby, let my people go. Yeah, 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 yeah. That's the story of the stubborn goat. Pharaoh should know the chariots don't float. The lesson is simple, it's easy to find. When God says go, you had better mind. Sing it! Pharaoh, Pharaoh, whoa, baby, let my people go. Yeah, 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 yeah. Pharaoh, Pharaoh, whoa, baby, let my people go. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah.
I learned that dance at Camp Harlem, where I serve on faculty most summers for 2 weeks, but that's where I learned that dance.
And I learned at camp to always defer to your colleague for that song. Tomorrow's bat mitzvah, Claire. Come on up. The hardest part of the night. You get to hold the hall.
stand with me.
Turn around. We invite the entire congregation to please rise. It's the hardest part of the night because you have to make sure everybody gets a piece before they leave. It's your last assignment before your bat mitzvah. We're going to invite the family to help her hold the challah. Come on up. Please join with us.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz.
No, I'm not touching the hole. Keeping my germs to myself.
Friends, we invite you to put your arm around a friend. Put your arm around a, let's try that again. Put your arm around a loved one. Reach out a hand to a friend. Reach out a hand and make a new friend, and don't let anyone be hanging. Eternal God, we stand before you in thanksgiving for all of our blessings in life, for the love of family, the support of friends, for the strength that comes from being part of sacred community, and for all of our blessings, we give thanks and praise. On this Shabbat, we give thanks for the gift of scouting, the values and ideals that it leads us on a path. And we give thanks for the gift of camp, for friendships and for memories and for inspiration, for what active Jewish living can bring to our lives. Eternal God, we invoke your name as we ask that your blessing will be with us during Shabbat and the days to come.
יברכך אדוני וישמרך.
May God bless us and protect us.
יאר אדוני פניו אליך ויחונך.
May God's presence shine upon us and be gracious to us.
יישא אדוני פניו אליך וישם בך שלום.
May we always feel that God's presence is near and may we be blessed with the greatest gift of all, the gift of peace.
Amen.
Shabbat shalom. You're so smart.
He's not ready. Thank you. He's not ready. I'm not ready. Nobody's ready.
There wasn't any Hebrew on the ketubah? Oh, yeah, just or take a picture and email it to me.